Hello guys. This video is going talking about concept of CSR and MNC. CSR is a concept with many definitions and practices. The way it is understood and implemented differs greatly for each company and country. Moreover, CSR is a very broad concept that addresses many and various topics such as human rights, corporate governance, health and safety, environmental effects, work condition and contribution to economic development. Whatever the definition is, the purpose of CSR is to drive change towards sustainability. A multinational company is a business that operates in many different countries at the same time. In other words, it is a company that has business activity in more than one country. Next, the history of CSR dates back many years and in one instance can even trace back 5,000 years in King Hammurabi introduced a code in which builders, innkeeper or farmer were put to death in their negligence caused the deaths of others or major inconvenience to local citizens. With industrialization, the impacts of business on society and the environment assume an entire new dimension. The corporate paternities of the late 19th and early 20th centuries used some of their wealth to support philanthropic ventures. Multinationals offer advantage to non-industrial countries such as their subsidiaries company while introducing the new technology and providing employment. MNCs may impede the development of other domestic introduced by competing for scarce introduction input other than labor and by competing with domestic industries for the share of a limited market. With a problem like this over the years, it has created an element of uncertainty in the plans of host country. This uncertainty arises externally of some concern about sovereignty, which unlimitedly raises the question of who has final authority. For the relationship between CSR and MNC, attempt to promulgate global standards for MNCs in relation to human rights, labor, breathability, and natural environment. Those corporate activities and policies that are not legally mandated and are from in terms of the corporation's impact on society, surrounding the universality of moral standard in the context of business activity. To specify standards for MNCs that involve taking a position on two key debates in the broader literature, the debate over the purpose of the for-profit business corporation and debate about the moral agencies of corporations. Summarize account that aims to specific standards for MNC without having to take a position on the purpose of the corporation or the moral agencies of corporation. Other than that, the importance of CSR in MNC by the first one, enhancing business performance. Business performance management is the set performance management and analysis processes that analyze the management of an organization performance to achieve one or more pre-select goals. High level of employee engagement in organization are linked to superior business performance, including increased profitability, productivity, employee retention, customer metrics, and safety levels. The Apple company is an example in enhancing the business performance. For example, Apple genetic strategy and intensive growth strategy direct relate to the company's strategy in pricing, marketing, and other areas of the business. As one of the most valuable company in the world, Apple shows that the genetic strategy is the major development and advantage against other firms like LG, Samsung, and BlackBerry. Also, Apple intensive strategy for a growth support the firm's ability to maintain its strong position in the gold market. With high rate of innovation of emphasis on excellence in product design, Apple succeeds even with its relative high selling price. The successful position indicates Apple's effectiveness in using its genetic strategy and intensive growth strategy. For the second one is accelerating business subsidiarity. Business sustainability is often defined as managing the triple bottom line, a process by which companies manage their financial, social, and environmental risks, obligation, and opportunity. These three impacts are sometimes referred to profit, people, and planet. However, this approach relies on an accounting-based perspective of does not fully capture the time element that is inherent within business sustainability. A more robust definition is the business sustainability represents resiliency over time. Businesses that can survive shock because they are intimately connected to healthy economic, social, and environmental system. These businesses create economic value to contribute to healthy ecosystem and strong communities. Think Ahead is the segment claimed by the BMW groups for their holistic approach of sustainable mobility. With the launch of Project I, BMW addresses its business strategy from a different perspective since it defines sustainability as the next premium of product and services for individual mobility. The 4-action framework can be used to determine which action has been taken by BMW to reconduct their business model canvas toward a more sustainable one. While the world is changing faster than ever, BMW anticipates with an innovative business model for future-oriented mobility. The BMW I brand, driven by external factors, BMW recognizes our fast-changing society as a key ingredient for developing new premium products and services. After identifying the key external trends and challenges, such as urbanization, smaller household and climate change, BMW started to create a groundbreaking and comprehensive concept for sustainable mobility in 2007. Project I. The concept represents visionary electric vehicles, inspiring design and redefinition of personal mobility through purpose-built car concept with a strong focus on sustainability and complementary mobility service. For the third one is encouraging workforce diversity and work-life balance. Employ workers from different backgrounds to provide tangible and intangible benefits to the organization. Indigenous groups can contribute more creative ideas to the mix. Google is the example for workforce diversity and work-life balance. The Google created the diversity core programs to connect them to high-impact diversity projects across Google and in local communities. Encouraging work-life balance for Google is employees go to work with the intelligence of doing a good job. Google is an example of good work-life balance company. Google can focus on the things that love, both inside and outside of work. For the argument against CSR is the difficult to manage in terms of cultural differences. Some multinational corporations are quite difficult to manage their CSR in terms of cultural differences. Multinational corporations are continually attempting to find a balance between the roles and behavior expected by their home government and those expected by the host government in the country in which they operate. Corporations plays very different roles in the political process of individual countries. Cultural difference impacts CSR management, the market, and the civil society as separate, competitive, and antagonistic. Lastly, for the conclusion, we know that MNC and CSR are offering to the host country not only their product and services, but also their business standards, value, and principle codes of conduct. Companies should also operate as good corporate citizens within their communities or even the world. Nowadays, many companies are seeking ways to achieve similarities and contribute to the well-being of society while maintaining profitability. Many of them have been working hard to modify their corporate structures and incorporate strategy in order to establish a social responsibility corporate culture and become a responsibility corporate citizen. As they understand, this will benefit the company, employees, and community in the long run. It will also help build reputation and leave a good impression. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you all can understand what is CSR and MNC. Thank you.